Hello everyone, my name is Gita and welcome to your pick a card reading. So the title of this video is going to be, what do they say about you? Right, so this is going to be stone number 1 with the green onyx, stone number 2 with the blue tiger's eye, stone number 3 with the emerald, and stone number 4 with the malachite. So you can take a moment and pause the video if you need to, and while you're doing that, I would just like to say that if you like this kind of video, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it and it really helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future readings, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you would like to have a more private reading, you can see how to do that in the description below. Alright, well thank you very much and let's go ahead and get started and let's find out what they've been saying about you. Alright, so I have the cards for stone number 1 with the green onyx, and let's find out what they've been saying about you. So we have the 7 of Cups, the 4 of Swords, the 8 of Wands, the Page of Wands, the 3 of Wands in the reverse, and we have the 5 of Pentacles. And then we have number 23 and 16 for the oracle cards, and I'll show them to you when I go to read them. So let's go over the signs associated with this reading. Let's find out what the most prominent ones are. So we have the 7 of Cups, which is Scorpio. We have the Page of Wands, which can mean any fire sign. Sorry, I'm trying to get my bracelet around. Try not to knock things over with it and stuff. So we have the 4 of Swords, which is Libra. We have the 3 of Wands, which is Aries. We have the 8 of Wands, which is Sagittarius. We have the 5 of Pentacles, which is Taurus. So it seems pretty spread out. It is kind of leaning towards fire signs a little bit more, I'm feeling, in this reading, which is like Aries, especially like Aries, Sagittarius. Did I go over the 4 of Swords? I think I did, yeah, Libra. Okay. So, but for the most part, it seems like it could be any of those signs evenly. So let's go ahead and read your oracle cards first and go from there. So we have number 23, and I'll show it to you. And I'm sorry I don't have all of them memorized. The names of them, they're not on the cards, so. This one is called Rescue. This is what they've been saying about you. Okay. Yeah, I'm already starting to figure out what it is that they're saying. So it's saying help is on the way. You may not have consciously called for it, but nevertheless, the universe is sending you some assistance. If you have been hoping for rescue, boost that signal now so it knows exactly where to find you. Let friends and family know you welcome their participation and their ideas. If you are in over your head with a project or problem, let people who are more skilled help you. There's no shame in accepting what people sincerely want to give. Alright, so I'm getting like, I feel like they've been saying that what they've been saying about you is that you need help. That you're feeling out in the cold. Definitely on an adventure. I feel like there's like a double meaning in this one. I feel like help is on the way, and I feel like it is trying to tell you, on top of what this is reading saying, is there's no shame in accepting what people sincerely want to give. So it's saying, pay it forward. Who needs your help? Also, so just don't forget to pay it forward, you know? So maybe they'll help you and you can help them. Let's read the rest and then I'll go on to more of what they're most likely saying. This one is called Expedition. Here we are. Let's see, and what is it saying? So it says, adventure awaits. Put your everyday life in the rearview mirror and head out to uncharted territory. Whatever box you've stuffed yourself into, it's time to break out. New friends and new experiences will freshen your perspective on life. You'll find inspiration when you strike out in new directions. If you've been stifling your need for freedom for a long time, you could feel a bit giddy at the prospect of doing exactly what you want. So, what they're saying about you, they're saying that you're on an adventure. You're basically on an adventure. And some of you, I feel like they're saying that that you've gotten yourself in a bit of a pickle, to put it mildly. I don't think that they're trash talking you. They're just saying that you need help. I feel like they're telling some people, maybe they're trying to get them to help you. I feel like they're saying, and this isn't as nice, but that you're kind of a little bit crazy, that you're on your adventure, and that you're a little crazy, and you're kind of in a fantasy world. They don't understand the adventure that you're on. I will say that for sure. I'm definitely feeling intuitively they do not understand the adventure you're on. They don't understand why you're on it. They don't understand what you're doing. I feel like you're probably on some sort of type of spiritual quest. I would not be surprised, at least if some of you are. I do see that you're taking a break. I feel like that some of you had something happen to where I feel like you're taking a break from your travels, actually. This Eight of Wands is feeling like traveling. And I'm telling you, I'm saying this is what I feel like is going on because they're just saying basically what you're doing. That's what they're saying. I don't feel like they're saying anything really negative or anything like that. But I feel like they are saying that you're lacking skills or resources. But also just saying that you're thinking too small. There is need for additional planning before a project or voyage can begin. And I feel like this is a voyage because you need to be planning, because otherwise you might be left out in the cold. But I am feeling like they're saying that about you, that you're already feeling left out in the cold. But I think you're actually fine. I think you might be in a tough spot, but I don't feel like you're that bad off right now. I feel like that you can get yourself out of the situation at any time. You're just kind of, I feel like you're just trying to get ready for doing the next part of the next leg of your voyage, basically, is what it feels like. So there may be a delay in your travel plans. And you might be forgetting something. You know what you need to do. You might be having trouble getting started. For some of you, you could have been turned down. You could have been turned down by a job or something, or educational program, rather a similar type of opportunity. And if that's true, don't feel like that you've never gonna be able to do it. Just take it as a sign that you're not quite ready and need to learn and develop more before you can try again. I definitely see this. Page of Wands. But I am feeling they think that you're crazy. You're going down a rabbit hole. And while you've been going down your rabbit hole, you've gotten yourself in a predicament. But I feel like it's kind of a test. Okay? And they're not saying this. I've already pretty much said what they're saying. But I'm going to just give you what I'm feeling intuitively about this situation that you're in, because it's saying that you're in a bit of a pickle. So I'm willing to throw out some ideas there to see if it helps, and if tell you anything I might be picking up intuitively. So I am feeling like that your situation is a bit of a test. I feel like it's maybe a little test of faith. And I feel like the next leg, you may be required to have a little bit less resources before you go further. And if that is the case, I'm feeling like do not be afraid to take someone else's help. This is saying that, and this is saying that. And it doesn't mean you should totally 100% stop what you're doing. I mean, you could take a break and all, but I feel like you're not going to have as much resources as you had when you went through the last leg of your journey, like the last one, the previous one. So, but it's meant to happen. You're meant to have a little less, so you have to operate more on faith and not be afraid. This is part of your lesson. Your lesson is going to be that you have to learn to not just to take from others. I feel like part of it is that you're having to learn about the process of creation, and that is the process of being able to learn to give and take, but it's like not the take that you people raw usually have, is that you're trying not to take. But the thing is that it's all about perspective. It's shifting your perspective, and it's about learning to take for the right reasons. Basically, it's about perspective. It's about why are you taking? You're taking. I have a picture of a diagram of this actual project, this process of creation, on my Instagram if you want to go look at it. But basically, it's the process of taking in order to give. You're taking so you can give, and then through the last process of being able of creation, you have to be able to do all at once. Like all at once. Give and take and everything in a flow. And I feel like this is part of the lesson that you're having to learn. So right now, I feel like you're at the process to where you're learning to give, but now you have to learn how to take. You've already learned how to give, and now you have to learn how to take. I feel like you were possibly taken advantage of in the last leg of your little journey, and that's why you're in the pickle that you were in. And that the reason why you went through that is because you were trying to learn how to give, and you did do that. And now you'll have to learn how to take, and that's part of your journey. So you need to learn how to take, and also you have to learn how, in order to learn how to take, you will also have to learn how to take not only from other people, but from creation, source itself, God, whatever you want to call it, by working on faith. Because I think that you know this, you probably got many synchronicities that you're supposed to take this next leap with very little, so you can have faith in God. That you have to have a demonstration of faith to show that you have faith. You have to take a risky leap so you can show that you have faith. Anyways, I ended up channeling a little lecture in this one. Anyways, if you like this kind of reading, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It really helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future readings, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you would like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the description below. Alright, well thank you very much. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to stone number 2. Alright, so I have the cards for stone number 2 with the blue tiger's eye, which I don't think you can see it that well, but hopefully you can see it there. Blue tiger's eye. Let's go ahead and go over what cards you got. So we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Fool. We have the Six of Wands in the reverse. And we have the King of Cups. And then we have these 2 oracle cards. I will go over what they're called, but we have 7 and 4 here. I don't know their actual names because they don't write them on them, and I have to look it up in the book in order to know what the names are, so I'm going to go over that before we get started. But let's go ahead and go over what signs are associated with this reading. So we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, so just the Ace of Wands in general. It could be any fire sign. We have the Fool, which could be Aquarius. We have the Ten of Swords, which could be Gemini. We have the Six of Wands, which could be Leo. We have the King of Cups, which could be Gemini, Cancer. So we have 2 for Gemini, the Ten of Swords, and that one, I got 2 for Gemini. Now we have the Knight of Swords, which could be Gemini, Taurus. So we have a lot of Gemini going on up in here. So any fire sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Leo, let's see, King of Cups, Libra, Scorpio. Yeah, the King of Cups is Libra, Scorpio. I think I was reading the wrong one. Yeah, Libra, Scorpio. And then the Knight of Swords is Taurus, Gemini. So I was reading that one wrong. So it's Scorpio, so Libra, Scorpio on that King of Cups there. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and go over these oracle cards so we can go over what they've been saying about you. I can already tell you they have not been saying very nice things about you, really. So we have number 7 of the Sikoli Oracle. I don't know why I have that rainbowy glare going on there, but there it is. And it is called Lamination. Lamentation. Yeah. It says, what is broken can't be mended. This is part of what they're saying about you. You may have been in a similar situations before and were able to fix them, but this is different this time. Something fundamental at the core has been lost. It may be the end of a relationship or a project or a long-held hope. Whatever it is, you must deal with it, and it's passing, just as you would with a death. There is not the time for practicalities. It's all about emotions now. Laminate what is gone and let all your sorrows flow. It says hurt healing comes after giving grief is due. Now we're going to go ahead and read number 4. And this one is called Vigilance. And let's see what this says. This is part of what they're also saying about you. This says, keep an eye on the situation, but don't do anything just yet. There will be time for action later, and your energy will be needed then. You'll have a better idea of what's going on if you can maintain an attitude of detached observation. This is not a time to give in to your emotions or be dragged down by other people's drama. Remove yourself from petty squabbles, circular arguments, and people who are chasing their own tails. When you rise above the dust of turmoil, you'll see more clearly what the real issues are. It says, keep your observations to yourself for the time being. This is what they're doing. That's what I feel like they're doing, actually. That's what they're saying they're doing in relation to you. So I'm getting for a lot of you, this is probably some kind of a breakup. Something happened, I guess, trying to figure out what's happening. So I feel like, oh my goodness gracious. So a lot has happened here. I can see that now. So what I'm really feeling they're saying is that you have low self-esteem and that you're kind of like uninspired. You don't have any energy, no motivation. Maybe they're saying that you don't have any goals. And that it's time for you to take a leap somewhere else. They want you to go do something else. I'm feeling like this is definitely, whatever you have going on with this person is over. Like you cannot fix it. That's what it's saying here. And they're saying that they cannot fix it. Maybe you've been able to fix it previously. It's not fixable this time. So they're saying that you're like kind of like corrupt, you're arrogant. Some of you may be in a leadership role, and they're saying that you have difficulty in that leadership role. They're saying that you're not a very good boss, and that you don't do your share of work, especially if you're in a work situation, and that you have betrayed them in some way. I feel like they're saying that you're kind of acting entitled and that you have an inflated ego. I mean, there we got the Ten of Swords again. They're saying that they're done, they're finished, they give up, they're done with the situation. They've had enough. They feel like that you're kind of have a lot of self-pity and that you're acting like you're a martyr. And that they've made huge sacrifices for you and received nothing in return. They say that you kind of rush into anything. You're very argumentative, impatient. You argue over everything. Very headstrong. And that you have communication, maybe sometimes hurtful, and that you jump to conclusions. Hang on. That you're kind of emotionally detached, or you seem emotionally detached, and they feel like that you don't care. Anyways, that's all I have for stone number 2. You're probably not going to say that you like this kind of reading, but if you appreciate this kind of reading, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and it helps me out a lot. If you would like to be notified of future readings, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you would like to have a private reading, you see how to do that in the description below. All right, well, thank you very much. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to stone number 3. All right, so I have the cards for stone number 3 with the emerald, and let's find out what they say about you. So we have the 2 of Pentacles, the Star, the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, 10 of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. We also have 18 and 7 of these 2 oracle cards, and we're going to go over those in a moment. Oh boy. So we have the 2, let's find out what signs are associated with this reading. Let's try to figure out what's the ones that are most prominent in here. Doesn't have to be, but it does help, I think. Let people know that they're in the right reading. So you have the 2 of Pentacles, which is Capricorn, and the Tower is Aries, and then we have the Star, which is Aquarius, and then we have the 10 of Swords, which is Gemini, and we have the Queen of Cups, which is Gemini and Cancer, so we have 2 emphasis on Gemini, and we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is Sagittarius. So it could be any combination of those signs. Alrighty, so what are they saying? They're saying that I feel like they're talking about you, and they're talking about something that someone else did to you, or that you did to them, to someone else. I feel like they're telling them your whole business. Anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and read these 2 oracle cards. So the first one is number 18, which is called Retreat. And it says, "Oh my, that took an unexpected turn, didn't it?" And this is, again, I feel like they're talking about something that has happened to you, or that you've done, that you've gotten involved in. They're talking about your situation, something that you've done that you've gotten involved in. It says, "Oh my, that took an unexpected turn, didn't it? Something that looked so inviting at first turned out to be much worse than you anticipated. You are absolutely right to run away, but watch where you're going. A calm, rational retreat will serve you better than careening wildly hither and thither. Don't rush from one bad situation into another one. That is even worse. There's no need to look back. Just leave it all behind you and plot your next move." It says, "Sometimes the bravest thing is knowing when to retreat." So let's go ahead and read the next one. And this one is number 7. This one is called Lamentation. What was broken can't be mended. You may have been in similar situations. I feel like that they're saying this, that you've said this to somebody or something like that. That you're telling them that you've told them this, and then they're kind of reiterating what you've said to them. That's what it feels like with these things. I feel like they're telling what has happened to you. You may have been in a similar situation before and were able to fix them, but it's different this time. Something fundamental at the core has been lost. It may be the end of a relationship, a project, or a long-held hope. Whatever it is, you must deal with it. It's passing, just as you would with a death. This is not the time for practicalities. It's all about emotions now. Lament what is gone and let your sorrow flow. Heart healing comes after giving grief its due. Ignore those who want to cheer you up too soon. They mean well, but they don't understand. I feel like that you feel that and that they're saying that about you. I don't feel like that's your actual advice, though. I feel like they might be giving you that advice as well. So I feel like you're kind of inquiring about a friend, a close friend of yours that you've told a lot of your personal information to. And I feel like you're kind of checking on to see if they're telling anybody your personal business. And it seems that they are. I am definitely under the impression that they are. And I'm not saying this is a person who's a horrible person or anything for doing this, but it is what it is. So what they're saying about you is that you've gone through something horrible, that someone has betrayed you, that you've hit rock bottom, and that you're kind of given up on the situation. I feel like it's with another person. I feel like this could be you. The other person could be a water sign of some sort, or it could be a Gemini, Cancer. Nope. No. For some of you, I'm feeling like that. There's like two different things going on here. They're telling like at least two different situations about two different people, but the other person's not here. That the other person that you had something happen with, that they're not in here. They're not here. This is separate from this in a way, because it's trying to say, like, for me, sometimes this shows Pisces because it has, she's there with a fish, okay? And sometimes fishy ones show me Pisces, so it could be a Pisces that you had that with, but I feel like there's double meaning going on with this card. Here, there's double meaning. So what I'm getting from here is that you got involved with somebody. I feel like this may be you here because of this positioning. So you may be an Aquarius or a Gemini. But I'm feeling more like towards the Gemini. I mean the Aquarius. I feel like the star is a person here. And is saying all the things that you're saying here. So the Tower fell. And that you're saying that you're destined to do something. This gets my attention. It's like, this is more fun. People break up all day. But luck is on your side. And you have movement, destiny, change, and you're taking action. You're taking action. Change is inevitable. I feel like through all this, you may be with someone who's possibly temporarily, not all of you, just saying some of you, maybe you broke up with somebody and you had to run away and they're like crazy toxic or something. You had to run away and you went to like kind of like a safe space. You went to stay with a friend or something. But that's not your permanent place. You're kind of going there just to retreat and plot your next move, which I was talking about. I feel like the person maybe you're staying with, you might be inquiring about them, asking about what they are saying about you. But I feel like it is destined that you go be with, I feel like that is destined, I feel like it's trying to say that you're saying that you're destined, you're kind of giving up on certain things. Could it be romantic? It could just be like friends. You could have just been staying with friends. I mean, it seems more like romantic because of these oracle cards, but I don't see anything in the tarot that has anything to do with romantic, really. I feel like you're feeling like there's like a destiny involved with this card, this Queen of Cups, but the Queen of Cups is typically Cancer, Gemini. It's like trying to do multiple meanings for this card of multiple people, which is not helping. But it's scary for you because this other person is reminding you of another person, and I feel like you're afraid of that. But you still feel, I feel like the universe is still trying, like if you're getting synchronicities and it's telling you to go in this direction, you're like, this direction doesn't look that great, you know, and you're trying to, I feel like you're definitely trying to plot your next move in. But that's what they're saying. They're saying that you're talking about that you feel like you're this other person, another person who is a bit similar to other people that you've known in your past who you've been betrayed by. There's something about this new person who reminds you of them, and so you're afraid of them, but you still feel like that the universe is telling you to go towards that person, and they're telling other, I don't know who they've told about this, but they've told somebody about this, is what they're saying about you. They're saying that you've mentioned this to them or you talked to them about this. It doesn't say who you've said this to, who they've said this to. If you had a private reading, I could probably tell you who they said it to, at least to give you an idea of who they said it to, but this is too general to be able to tell. But I'm really feeling like, see, destiny with this person, but this isn't the same person who did this, but I feel like there's something, I'm getting a lot of information intuitively, so I do feel like you're supposed to, this is true. I feel like you think this and this is true, but this isn't true in relation to this person. But this is where I feel like there's some mirroring. Maybe you have multiple water signs in your life that you've had trouble with, and you're afraid of water signs, basically. It seems like maybe, or maybe you're afraid of people who have those characteristics, those water sign characteristics. But I do feel like there is plenty of hope. I feel like you're hoping definitely something really horrible will happen to you. And again, you had to retreat from it. And then it's broken and you can't fix it. And you've hit rock bottom and you're like, where am I going next? So usually in my readings, this is like going this way to this way, so it's forward moving this way. So this is where you're going next. But this is what they're saying is going to be your next step. That you're thinking about this as your next step. Anyways, that's all I have for stone number 3. If you like this kind of reading, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it and it really helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you would like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the description below. Alright, well, thank you very much. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to stone number 4. Alright, so I have the cards for stone number 4 with the malachite, and let's find out what they've been saying about you. So we have the Emperor, we have the 10 of Cups, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the 8 of Cups, we have the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have the Hangman. And then we have number 28 and 31 and these 2 oracle cards, which we are going to read. But first, before we go into those, let's go ahead and go over the signs associated with this reading, or that could be associated. It doesn't have to be, but it could very well be associated with this reading. So with the Emperor, we have Aries. With the 10 of Cups, we have Pisces. With the Queen of Swords, we have Virgo and Libra. Those are both those signs are associated with this card. We have the 8 of Cups, which is Pisces again. We have the 5 of Pentacles, which is Taurus. There's another one, Taurus. 5, 6. Nope. Then we have the Hangman, which is Pisces again. So there's a lot of Pisces in this reading. So either you or the person you're talking about you is a Pisces. Doesn't have to be them. It's just a good chance that they are. There's a lot of Pisces here, so more of you are probably going to be Pisces than anything. But with that Queen of Swords, you got Virgo, Libra. Just trying to see if I can see anything else. No, we got 1, 2, and 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. We have the Emperor and Aries. Alright, so let's go ahead and go over these Oracle cards here. So we have number 28. And this one's called Intimidation. Number 28. Let's see. It says, this is what they're saying about you, whoever you're inquiring about. It says, someone may be trying to exploit your weaknesses or what they perceive as weaknesses. Don't buy into their view. Don't let yourself be intimidated and held down by a lack of confidence. Stand up for who you are and what you believe in. If you are the one who is intimidating others, ask yourself if this is really how you want to win. There's a big difference between being a leader and being a bully. So there's a light and a dark interpretation. I feel like more of you are going to resonate with someone is distorting the facts. Don't give up. Don't give any power to idle threats. And a good friend is standing by to help you, but you must help yourself first. So they're saying that they're either saying that you are saying that someone has exploited your weaknesses, or that you're exploiting theirs. It depends on the perspective. And then we have number 31. And this one's called Tough Love. It sounds like something they're saying about you. I'm doing tough love to them to help them learn a lesson. It says, things that are good for us don't always feel good. Have you been on the receiving end of some tough love lately? Remember, it's the ones who love us the most who will tell the truth that need to be told. They trust that we know is for our benefit, even if it stings in the moment. This hurts me more than it hurts you is often quite true, so thank them. Take your medicine and take the tough love to heart. Remember how it feels next time you need to dispense it to someone else. Hang on. I feel like there's more toughness than love in this situation. Proceed with caution. So I'm feeling like they're saying that you're taking advantage of them and that they're acting the way they are with you because they're trying to give you some tough love. I do see that I feel like that they're saying that you're some kind of leadership role. You could be like a business owner or authority figure of some sort. For some of you, it could be about being a father. But I feel like they're also saying that they could also be saying that you're trying to think logically, or they're trying to think logically and rationally about your situation. And that you try to use your intellect to make the best decisions. saying that you're on a spirit quest, or you're moving away from the situation emotionally. I feel like it's going to be a little bit of both for both of you. Not for both of you, for many of you, it's going to be, they're going to say, you're going to know if you're on a spirit quest or not, all right? So you're going to know, but also you could be moving away from the situation that you're having with this person. Moving away from the situation with them emotionally and improving. I do feel like this does have something to do with father, most likely, because we have the Ten of Cups here, which is about home and family. Very close family that you're... that you, maybe your father or the person, or you have issues with your father. I feel like they're saying that you've had a financial breakthrough, an upturn of events, and that maybe you have been overspending. You might, and this is contributing to your Ten of Cups, which is happy, you know, it's happiness at home, but also with family, and that I feel like maybe they're saying that you're overspending on your family, which that's if they're not your family, it's none of their business. As far as I'm concerned, you can do whatever you like with your family if that makes you happy, because I know I love spoiling my family. So if they don't like it, whatever, if that is the situation. I feel like they're saying that you're independent, you make a good teacher, maybe that you are a teacher, you may be a writer, you're self-aware, that you're very self-aware, and you're very clear communicator, very direct, and generally pretty honest and intelligent. Card, I feel like it has, and the last stone did this too. I feel like there's double meanings in this one. I feel like it could be a sacrifice or a release. I feel like it's going to have multiple meanings for many people, so I'm just going to go over it. It just means like surrender, new perspective, waiting, a sacrifice, you know, releasing something. The Hangman is about patience and contemplation and sacrifice mostly. I feel like some of you will be like sacrificing maybe some of the maybe you had a financial breakthrough and you're sacrificing some of your money or something on them. Hang on. And that you need to let go. They say that you need to get a new perspective on things. that you need to get more in touch with the spiritual aspects of yourself. Some may be saying that, because if they're talking about the spirit quests, maybe that's what you're doing. I have a whole lot I could say about this one, intuitively, about your situation. What is that? I'm feeling like they might have been trying to exploit your weaknesses, or what they perceive as weaknesses, and I think that their weaknesses were kindnesses. But it's like they're trying to flip it around, like they're taking advantage of you, and they're like, oh, they were taking advantage of me. But it wasn't that. Intuitively, I'm feeling like you were the one who was they were trying to exploit, take advantage of. I feel like they were trying to take advantage of some of the finances that you had gained recently. They do feel like they're giving you some tough love, and that's what they're acting like that, but I don't think that's true. Maybe more like you might be giving them some, but more like I don't think so. I feel like they are saying that though. I feel like they're just being more tough than love in this situation. That's why I'm saying proceed with caution with this person. I feel like this person is trying, it's almost like they have, intuitively I feel like this person may have started to like kind of tear you down a little bit, just because they took little aspects of truth in your life, and they have picked it apart. I feel like they're picking it apart, and so it sounds like it could resonate, but it's really like some kind of weird manipulative thing that they are doing. Like you could be a father, or there could be an issue with your father, and I feel like that you have issues with your father, and that you're trying to go on a spirit quest, and you're trying to resolve those issues and find out, about them and how they relate to you and what you're supposed to learn from the situation. I don't feel like you've done anything really bad or anything. I don't feel like you were taking advantage of anyone. I feel like they were taking advantage of you. That's what I feel intuitively. And I kind of did this a little bit. I usually don't always do this in this kind of reading, but I just really feel drawn to do it tonight. I'm getting a lot of intuitive things tonight too, so. I feel like you could be moving away from the situation with this person emotionally. That is true. But I do feel like for a lot of you, you're going on like a spirit quest and trying to understand yourself and trying to resolve all of the issues and trying to just basically understand everything that is going on in your life. And your life and what your life means and what you're supposed to be doing with it. I do feel like that you had a financial breakthrough. You had something happen where maybe you weren't doing so well. Usually people who are on spirit quests don't have a whole lot of money anyways, unless they started off with a bunch of money beforehand anyways. So I feel like that you finally found a way to make money and still stay in line with what you believe in. And that's really good. There's nothing wrong with that. I do feel like this person was trying to take advantage of you because of that happening. I feel like that you getting that money had them show their true colors here. They definitely showed their true colors. They wanted you to spend more money on them. And you were for a little while, but you're like, they just kept wanting more and more is what it feels like. But I'm really feeling like that Queen of Swords in you was like, you know what? This doesn't seem right. And you had to give up the sacrifice in you. I feel like you might have released this person that was being toxic to you. You had to let him go. You couldn't control the situation, and they were trying to control the situation, and however, I feel like it is true. A sacrifice may be required now in order to move forward. And I feel like you did sacrifice that, and there might be a little bit more. Nothing major. I think it's very minimal. But it's like more of like an action sacrifice. I don't feel like it's the kind of sacrifice where it like money or anything like that. Because I'm really feeling it's saying now is the time to get in touch with spiritual aspects of yourself. So I do see a lot of spiritual things in here. I think you should keep going with that. Anyways, that's what I have for stone number 4. If you like this kind of reading, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me out. If you'd like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you'd like to have a more private reading you see, how to do that in the description below. All right, well, thank you very much, and I hope you all have a wonderful day or night. God bless.